Hey Mike.
Yes, Siri, what is it?
You should tell the students about the features on our cameras.
You're right!
No.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike Eddy and this is Mike's Epic Podcast. Today we're talking about the Panasonic HMC150. This is a great medium-sized camera. It's got a built-in lens, but that lens has a lot of glass and a really nice depth of field. It's a good solid camera and you'll be using it a lot. So let me show you some of the things to get started. In the back area here, this is where the battery goes. So there's ridges on the bottom of the battery that match those wires in the back section. Just push this all the way in and click it till it comes down. The SD card is going to go into this slot here. You see there's a little label that says open. Push that to the side and down. SD card goes label side up. Push that all the way in until it clicks. Snap the cover closed. And then over on the side here is the power. You can see there's a little dot in the plastic, and that's what we're going to use to point to off and on. So by pushing in this white lever and moving the black knob, we can turn that little dial to on. Now let's look at some of the settings on the side of the camera. As we work our way across the bottom of the camera, we can see that these are the audio dials, and this allows us to manually change the audio level input for the right and left channel. For the next buttons, we want to make sure that this one is switched to manual, so we're using manual settings, not auto. The display mode check, we don't have to worry about that one. This next switch, we want to use the ring on the front of the camera for the focus. So we're going to push that to the side to say the ring is going to use the function for the focus. The next switch is that for white balance. There's three settings: presets, user A, and user B. Typically, we're going to have this set to user A, and we're going to adjust the white balance ourselves. So your eyes are much more sensitive. You can understand light coming in and what's white, but cameras aren't quite so smart. And so we need to calibrate the camera, whether it's in the blue sunlight or sort of orange candlelight or indoor lighting or a mixture. And the way they do that is with a white card from your bag. We're going to hold that in front of the lens in a way that it takes up most of the image within the camera. And then we're going to push a button that adjusts it to that white level. You might have to take your camera and get it up and move it to the location that has the right lighting for your situation. The button that we're going to push is right up here in the front of the camera. It says AWB. So as you're looking through the viewfinder, it's easy to just reach to that corner and push that button. And then watch the viewfinder for the information about it checking the automatic white balance. Let's take a look at these settings on the side of the camera. Right here, it's saying the zoom would be used with the servo or manually. We're going to use the servo motor to control the zoom. User 1, 2, and 3 are some preset settings that you can use. We typically don't adjust those. The ND filter in the middle here is like sunglasses for your camera. If you're trying to open the iris and get get a shallow depth of field, but it's letting in too much light, you might have to adjust this ND filter up or down to reduce the light with a neutral gray, a neutral density filter. Normally indoors, that's always off. On the focus, because we're typically doing our manual camera, we're going to have our focus set to manual. In certain situations, we can click it up to automatic, or when you're on manual, you might push this button to have the camera give you an assistant of what it thinks is an automatic focus. Or we can push this button at the top here for focus assist, and that will zoom in temporarily to show you a closer image so you can adjust the focus with the ring in the front. Be sure to push that again to come back to a normal image. When we're all done recording, then we're going to power off our camera with the switch on the side here. Then we're going to release the battery with this little button here. By pushing that in, we can lift the battery up. Our SD card is in this cover. Push in again until it releases, and you can pull that out. And that's how you get started with the HMC150 from Panasonic. Hope you have fun.